Hey everyone, and it's me, April, and I've got a Scrawlrbox here. It just came in the mail today, so I'm gonna open it. It is in the middle of Inktober, so I really should be Inktober in it, but hey, it's a mystery box of art supplies, I can't resist. Alright, ready? Okay, so we got our little package. Lovely little seashell print. And 2 different types of paper. So this looks like coloured pencils to me, but I can never tell if they use the stuff from the box, so I'm going to ignore that for now. So here's the supplies. Oops, secrets came out. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Derwent fine art pencils. Okay, I was really confused because we got some Derwent pencils a few months ago and they had the exact same box, but they were graphite tint pencils. So these do look different, just from my little peek there. So we have Derwent fine art pencils. I really love the graphite tint pencils that we got a while back, so hopefully these are just as lovely. So it looks like these are really earthy tones. They look really nice. Lightfast. I'll play with those in a bit. We have a sketching pencil, just your regular HB. Another sharpener to add to the collection. That's good. I got about 10 now. And a Scrawlrbox sticker. The sweet today is menthanol and eucalyptus. It looks like a cough sweet, which I love, so I'm not going to complain. And a koi colouring brush pen. Not quite sure what that is. Maybe it's for like blending. And then the paper is Hahnemuhle Burga Butten. I'm probably saying that really badly. Hahnemuhle Burga Butten A5 paper. It's wood-free, acid-free, 2 different colours, a popular choice for artists using pastels and pencils. And then this month's theme is a Life Aquatic. A Life Aquatic, that was a good film. So it's a lovely print, it's beautiful colours, by a Judith Selcook. I'm going to say Selcook. So I'll leave all that information there in case you want to check her out. So a Life Aquatic, let's test out the pencils and then we'll get on it. We'll get on it like Sonic. So I'm going to do a dual test on both papers to save time. So let's see, first up is Midnight Black. So these are oil-based pencils. I don't think I have any oil-based pencils and I've never used them. So it should be pretty interesting. They're really textury. That's sandstone. This is yellow ochre. Yeah, they're really soft. They kind of like feel waxy. I know they're not waxy, they're oily. Ultramarine. I love the colours. This thing I really like about the Derwent colours, like these colour sets and also the graphite ones we got, they're so muted and lovely. I just love muted colours. These ones, this is champagne, and last is wheat. Champagne gets a bit lost on that yellow paper. Cool. So these are the colours. Quite a lot of pale, well, two pale colours. I guess that's for blending. Alright, let's give this koi colouring brush pen a go. Oh, kind of brings up the paper a bit. Wasn't expecting that. I'm just going to zoom in so you can have... Okay, so this paper feels a little bit... No, see? I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of pilling the paper. I don't know if this is the right paper. Maybe I meant to use a smoother paper. Doesn't really seem to have much juice. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like this technique, you know. Maybe you have to use more pigment. Let's try like using a lot of pigment. Maybe blend it in to the yellow. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. It just seems to kind of smush it around and then not really do anything. I'm not really sure what I'm doing. When you put it back over the top, it's kind of resistant. It kind of feels like there's a coating on the paper that you can't really get through. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm lost. Maybe if I just pick up some pigment. Can you do that? You know what? I don't know what I'm doing. I think I might give that one a miss. Okay. So this pencil sharpeners for pastels. Ooh, God, this is so soft and so lovely. It's like this lovely soft sharpen, if that makes any sense. Good sharpener, I like it. Whoa, so much pigment. Doesn't really seem to do anything, just kind of tears the paper up. I'm not impressed. If you guys have tried this or you have the Scrawlrbox and you are going to try this, let me know how it goes, because I cannot get that to work. But the pencils are lovely. So let's use them to do a quick little sketch for Life Aquatic. So before I did the sketch, I wanted to test out this blender again, because I don't think they gave us the right materials to really use it to its best ability. And I didn't think it was very fair just to give it a bad review when I hadn't tested it on everything. So I got a few things. A watercolour pencil, a few Copic markers, the regular HB pencil, and then a Derwent graphic line painter. So it kind of worked a little bit on this HB pencil. It doesn't work as well as I would expect it to. On the Copic markers, it literally didn't do anything. Like nothing. It didn't even pick up any colour. And the Derwent graphic line painters are water soluble, so I don't really think it worked that well with these. But the colour pencil really surprised me. Like, look at that. It's a watercolour pencil, and it blends so nicely. So I think maybe if I'm going to try and use this pen in the future, I'll try it with some watercolour pencils. So I decided not to use the blender pen during the entire sketch. And for the sketch, Life Aquatic, I did this little upside down iceberg with some whales and stuff. Initially, to begin with, I wanted to do something from the film, Life Aquatic, if you guys have seen that. It's a Wes Anderson film, and it's so weird, like all his films, but it's really good. But I thought that was a bit cliche, and then I was thinking maybe I could do a mermaid, but nah. So my boyfriend actually gave me the idea of doing like an upside down iceberg, which I thought was pretty cool. So I decided to add some whales. I was going to do some humpback whales, but the little sketch that I did had these like cartoon whales that I just drew out. So I really liked them, so I just thought I'd just do some cartoon whales, because I've been drawing heaps of animals for Inktober for the last couple of weeks, and it's quite nice to do something a little bit stylistic rather than trying to get an animal correct. So I just show a little bit of the sketching process there, because I realised at that point I hadn't actually tested the HB pencil yet. And then moving on with the pencils. So there's not really much to look at this month. I mean, there's just these pencils, and as the blender pen didn't really work very well, it's just literally me colouring in a picture. So I did speed it up a bit, and it should be quite short. One thing that I did think was a bit weird was the fact that the prompt was Life Aquatic, but then the colours that we have in the box are all browns and like oranges and yellows. There's one blue, so I mean, a Life Aquatic, you're in the ocean, right? Surely you'd think there'd be more blues and greens. So I didn't know if the prompt really matched the materials this month. It was a bit of an odd month really, this Scrawlrbox. I do like these pencils though. So they're Derwent Lightfast pencils, which I guess means they don't like fade in the light. So it says here they claim they can last up to 100 years in museum conditions. No one lives in a museum though, so I wouldn't trust that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Are we going to be alive in 100 years? I don't think we are, unless we turn to vampires. So it says here they can even be used with a medium, given a painterly effect when dissolved, which I think is what that pen was meant to be, but I just don't think it was the right medium. And I'm adding some little like weird shapes to this iceberg here to make it a little bit look a little bit more like an iceberg. And this image is like super weird because it's upside down to begin with. The little boats are upside down, but the birds are the right way up, and the whales are the right way up, and the whales are like gigantic. But I don't know, I was just having a little bit of fun using these pencils. They're actually really nice. They're oil based, which I've never used before, and with this paper, the texture's like really lovely to draw. I don't want to go too overboard though, just wanted to keep it like really simple. But overall, I think this month's been interesting. I think definitely last month for Inktober's box last month was like awesome. And after that, this is one that's a little bit disappointing. I have been thinking recently I would cancel Scrawlrbox and get art snacks, but I think in England it's really expensive to get it brought over. So I'll probably just keep getting Scrawlrbox because it is quite fun getting a box every month with some surprise art supplies in. And that's how the image turned out. It's a little bit simplistic and stylized, but I quite like it. So on to the products. I give these Derwent Lightfast pencils 5 out of 5. I really love the colours and they're actually really lovely to use. The Pastel pencil sharpener, I don't really have any pastels, but I give them a 4 out of 5 because it's sharpened well. The Sakura Koi Colouring Blush Prem Blender is a mouthful, my word, 2 out of 5. And the HB pencil, well, it's just a regular pencil, isn't it? I mean, 5 out of 5. And this paper was pretty nice, and had a lovely texture. And that is the video for this month. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that, and I'll see you in the next Scrawlrbox video. Thanks for watching, bye!